Kaffee und Kuchen, or coffee and cake, is an integral part of German culture. Today I'm going to share with you a German peach streusel cake, or Pfirsich-Streusel Kuchen. This is a thin vanilla sheet cake topped with freshly sliced peaches and sprinkled with a sweet buttery streusel topping. Join me today as I share with you the recipe, and stick with me throughout the video where I will also share with you the history of the German Kaffee Klatsch. Let's get started. First, we're going to start by making a cake batter. To a stand mixer, add 150 grams or 10½ tablespoons of softened unsalted butter, 100 grams or ½ a cup of granulated sugar, 1 teaspoon vanilla or 1 packet of vanilla sugar. Vanilla sugar is what the Germans would use, but vanilla extract works fine as a substitute. Beat on medium speed until light and creamy. Scrape down the sides of the bowl and add in 4 eggs one at a time, fully incorporating each egg before adding the next one. While I'm doing this, I'll tell you a little bit about German Kuchen. There are 2 types of cake in Germany, Kuchen and Torten. Kuchen, which this cake is a simpler, more rustic cake, while a Torte is usually a layer cake with different types of layers, fillings, and toppings. Looking back at the batter, add 250 grams or 2 cups of all-purpose flour mixed with 3 teaspoons of baking powder. Mix on medium speed just until fully incorporated. Then you're going to pour your batter onto a baking sheet. You can either line it with parchment paper or grease and flour it. The parchment paper made it a little tricky to spread the batter, so I think next time I'm just going to stick with greasing and flouring it. You're going to spread the batter thinly and evenly. An offset spatula made a world of difference for doing this. It might seem a little tricky at first to take such a small amount of batter and spread it over the whole pan, but it'll just take some patience. Next, take about 4 peaches, sliced thinly, and gently lay them on top of the batter in rows. If you don't have fresh peaches, you can use 2 cans of canned peaches. You'll just first want to slice them thinly and let them drain of any excess liquid in a colander before placing them on the batter. Now for the streusel, I have 200 grams or 1 2/3 a cup all-purpose flour and 100 grams or ½ a cup of granulated sugar in a bowl. Add 1 packet of vanilla sugar or 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Then add 120 grams or 8½ tablespoons softened unsalted butter, and using your hands work the ingredients together until there are no dry ingredients left and it sticks together like a rough dough. If you prefer, you can do this in a food processor or a stand mixer with the paddle attachment. Then you're going to sprinkle that streusel topping over the peaches until it is covering the whole thing. Now bake for 20 to 25 minutes in a 400° Fahrenheit or 200° Celsius preheated oven. While the cake is baking, let me tell you a little bit about the history of the German Kaffee Klatsch. These simpler Kuchen, rather than the layered Torten, became synonymous with coffee hours amongst women. They weren't just called Kaffee und Kuchen as an afternoon activity, but were also referred to as a Kaffee Klatsch. Klatschen is a German word which means to gossip. These coffee get-togethers date back to the 17th and 18th centuries when coffee houses became peppered throughout Central and Western Europe. These were elegant places where men got together to drink coffee, eat fine cakes, and discuss the latest politics or intellectual musings of the era. Women weren't allowed to drink coffee at these coffee houses, so they started their own get-togethers at home amongst their friends. They were called Damenkränzchen or Kaffeekränzchen, and then later became known as Kaffee Klatsch. These get-togethers where women would share a cup of coffee, a slice of cake, and share the latest gossip or chatter with each other has lasted all the way up through contemporary Germany and is also popular amongst mixed crowds of both men and women. It has changed a bit though. It's not as common to happen during the week because many women now work outside the home, and has transferred more to a Sunday afternoon sort of activity, though it is still common to meet friends for coffee and cake at a local cafe as well, not just at home. Let's get back to the cake and see if it's done baking. The edges of the cake should be golden when it's done. Cool on a rack for about half an hour before serving, or you can wait until it's fully cool. But do note that this cake is best enjoyed the day it is made. By the next day, it is quite soggy from the moisture from the fruit. Well, I hope you enjoyed that recipe. This is such an easy cake to make, and it's really versatile according to whatever season you're in. You can use fresh peaches, you can use apricots, you can use plums, you could use berries, cherries, really anything. The Germans do that. They do use a variety of different fruits in this style of cake. And if it's not the season for fresh fruit, you can also use canned fruit as well. So let me know if you give this a try. It's a delicious and easy cake, perfect with a cup of coffee. And if you'd like to follow me on social media, I share on Twitter and Facebook every single day interesting tidbits of European food history. If you want to support this channel, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, leave me a comment below, and share the video with someone who has similar interests in this sort of thing. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss a video. If you're looking for some more fresh summer recipes, try my Swedish strawberry cake or my French lemon tart. And I'll see you next time.